would you like to spend most of your free time working for the student newspaper? How would you then like to see all of your hard work get published? How would you like to be part of a group of people who constantly push each other towards success? How would you like to get offered internships with people you have met through NCC? These are the things that our new director has done and continues to do while attending classes here at NCC. The Humanities and Mass Communications Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Byron Kittle, to meet new director, Laurie, Lawless.
Thank you for joining us today for today's edition of The New Directors. All the students involved with this production are in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes, working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different projects. The projects will give them the chance to talk about themselves and the productions they are planning, and give you the chance to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a student and a writer with over 30 published feature articles. She also has a keen interest in motorcycles and motorcycle racing. We'd like you to meet today's guest, Laurie Lawless.
Hi.
So, Laurie, what made you decide to come to NCC? What are some of your achievements here, and what do you plan to do in the future?
I came to NCC because I got tired of working dead-end jobs. I had my own apartment and everything, but it just got really boring after a while. In high school, I had taken a journalism class, and I really enjoyed it. So when I came to NCC, the first thing I took was journalism, and then I joined the student newspaper. Since then, I've taken writing classes and I've taken writing classes and other classes to complete my associate's degree. At the student newspaper, The Voice, I worked as an editor and the features writer, and the features editor. Now I'm the editor-in-chief for the entire newspaper, and I direct the meetings, I manage the pages, and I edit stories. The hardest part is probably making sure everybody gets their stuff in on time, because we had a couple issues with actually publishing and hitting deadline this year. So I hope next year to have a better grip on things, and I also plan on transferring to a 4-year school after next semester and continuing my education there.
Now, why do you take television production?
I was actually told by my advisor, Laurie Soderland, she told me to take the television production course. She told me as a journalist in the digital age, it was very important to learn all sorts of media. I know that she's right, and because just this semester alone, Seattle's lost both of its print papers, and the New York Times is cutting back major sections. I'm learning that journalists will not only need to know how to write good stories, but also videotape and know how to functionally use the internet to its fullest extent. Posting videos and blogging is going to be very important if I want to sustain a full career.
That makes a lot of sense. What would you say are the most important things you have learned in this course, though?
In this course, first and foremost, learning how to use Avid was probably one of the most useful things I've learned, because I feel that after learning how to use and edit Avid, I'll be able to edit in any program that's out there, because Avid is the most difficult program that I've ever had to work with. Because normally I pick things up really quickly, Avid just blows my mind, but now I'm getting more comfortable with it. So, second and more important though, I really feel like I learned about different aspects of shooting video, which is great. I learned the importance of using lines to portray emotion. I had no idea, for instance, that horizontal lines were calming to a viewer and that vertical lines mean dominance or strength. It's almost a threat. I also enjoyed learning how to play with depth of field and using different f-stops and shutter speeds. I feel like the rule of thirds is something I've always known in the back of my head, but never really thought about it. It's funny how things are more appealing to the eye just by positioning things differently in a camera. And I know now never ever to break the 180-degree line, because the viewer will be very displaced.
Tell us what you made in this semester in Television 1, the Winter Project, the Sequence Project, and your Guns and Hoses.
The Winter Project was fun. We were supposed to go out and shoot different kinds of lines, use framing, and you do different kinds of zooms and focuses. You can tell in this project that I'm really just learning how to use the camera, but I still had a lot of fun. To me, it was kind of like a scavenger hunt while looking for stuff to shoot in the woods. That, for instance, is a line of grace, the path. I thought anyways, Study didn't really agree, but I think it's kind of a line of grace because the path curves around. Those are just some vertical lines and posts. Next was my sequence project. That was a blast. We had to shoot long shots, close-ups, extreme close-ups, and then put it all together. This was our first series editing project, so I had to put things together in a program I'd never really used before. My actor was also really awesome and made shooting very easy. It was also interesting because I was truly learning how to direct somebody for the first time. I've never really had to do something like that before, tell somebody what to do, you know, so it was cool. And then last was the Guns and Hoses project, and that was basically a program which taught us step-by-step how to use Avid. This training definitely came in use when I was putting together my other projects. Also, Guns and Hoses taught us how to add titles and use different effects in Avid, which came to good use later on. The program was basically, the shots were already done for us and we just had to put them together. So it was cool and step-by-step, very easy learning, although I still asked lots of people for help.
Now, out of all of them, you must have one that you like the most. Why don't you tell us about that one and why it's your favorite?
Yeah, I really felt that my orange project came out the best because it took a lot of careful storyboarding and filming. I pretty much had an hour of raw footage to cut down to a 5-minute video. I came to school twice for about 2 hours each time to get all the shooting done. I was happy to get the opportunity to put my directing abilities to use and also my creative abilities. While we had a specific storyboard to follow, we also had to branch off on our own. I shot a few scenes that weren't scripted originally, but they ended up working out fantastic. Once we went out and about to film, I was able to find emotional lines to add to my scenes, like the stairway and by the vending machines. I chose this part of the video to show you because I can't stop laughing when I'm watching it, because Teeter's smelling the orange, she like falls in love, and it's great. The music I was able to find to fit this part seemed so perfect, and it really took the scene to the next level. So that was my orange project. It was a blast, and Teeter's a great actor. He did basically whatever I was telling him to do, so it was awesome.
Yeah, you can't help but laugh watching that. After you've done all these and shot them and edited them, what do you think you would like to create next?
Next, I would really like to use what I've learned to make home videos of my friends and family. I'm also really into motorcycles and motorcycle racing, so maybe next time I go down to Daytona for Bike Week, I can make something like a documentary. I would also like to possibly take what I've learned to the next level and take another video production class at some point so I can learn how to use Avid a little bit better.
What career would you want after graduation?
Oh, my page is stuck together. I would really like, I'm going to be a journalist, and that's my major career goal. I want to be a multimedia journalist who can write, shoot video, and upload web material. I landed an internship for this summer where they're going to have me doing all these things, so I'm really looking forward to taking what I've learned in this video class and going out with the videographers from the company I'll be working for to capture the material, edit it, and post it on the web.
Today we got to meet someone who shared with us her television productions and the wonders of newspaper and student life here at Norwalk Community College. As a journalist, she hopes to apply what she has learned to her future career. She also plans on taking her knowledge of that she has learned here to her next level to categorize motorcycle racing and events for her friends and family. Thank you for joining us today for this edition of The New Directors.
Thank you.
We hope you come back every week and meet more new directors here at NCC. Thank you and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Byron Kittle, directed by John Teeter. I'm your announcer, Jamie Edgar Allan Rousseau. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.